Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Okay, so today the news had it that people are saying that Oprah should be the godmother of Lilibet, and her reply was, I don't need to be, based on her age. And then she was saying that she would be in her life anyway, so she was a unofficial godmother, that she would be there and she would be a big influence in her life. So that's what this spread is about. Is she really going to be a big influence in her life? I have an indication because my pendulum already gave me a good indication. But I will start with the cards, and I'm starting with this deck because I was doing some personal reads and it was on fire. So I'm sticking with this deck for right now, for starting out, because it's on fire. Here we go. Oprah. Is she really going to be in Lilibet's life? Will she be an influence? Well, there we go. Holy smokes. There it is. So for the world, she's saying she will be the supportive leader. There it is. King of Cups. Yeah. This is an original deck of mine where I was teaching myself. This is the Rider-Waite. It comes in a little tiny can. It's a great little deck because it's small for small hands, so FYI. Okay, so the next card we have here, saying no. This is exactly what my pendulum said. She was not being truthful. Yeah. Wow. Saying no. She's not going to do it. She doesn't want the job, doesn't want the burden, doesn't want the job. So she's lying. And there we go. We have here job, money, news. She knows that it's going to make her some money. And it's kind of fluff news to say yes, basically, in a nutshell. And then we have here, she just wants the legacy. She just likes the connection, to be attached to royal, to feel like she's attached to the legacy. So that's why she's doing it. For her own legacy, for her own public persona and image. Kind of as we figured. And she's not happy. She's not happy about it. She wouldn't be happy about it. She doesn't find it to be a joyous position to be in, and she's not interested. And then we have here, she just feels it would be a setback. It would just be a setback for her. She doesn't need it. She doesn't want it. There's no fulfillment. It's a 9 in reverse. There's absolutely no fulfillment in doing it. And she realizes that it's just for greed, stability, it's really just for her own stability in being a leader, in being a speaker, and keeping her fame and keeping her legacy alive. So that's really all it's about. It has nothing to do with the relationship, has nothing to do with wanting to actually be there. They are not tight friends. Under the surface, the situation feels very unfulfilling. She doesn't want that cup. Don't give me that kid. I don't want that kid. Oh, in the center, this is funny. In the center of it, it's an annoying feeling. She wants to cut that out. So she definitely has had an epiphany that she is not interested. An annoying feeling, this is not a cup I'm going to fill. I don't want this little gift you're giving me. So this is them trying to here, be a godparent. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm cutting this out. Annoying feeling. So no, not interested. Total fluff. Just as usual. So how does Markle and Harry feel about that? Because they don't want, Harry says that he's not going to allow his parents, going to allow anybody around his kids. Oh, you're not going to be around our kids. So, what's he going to do? He's really setting himself up for happiness issues. Happiness is a management issue. You have to manage your happiness, which means you need to be kind and friendly. You need some friends in your life. You need support. You need people in your corner. And he is eliminating all of that. So how does he feel? How do they feel about the situation with Oprah? How do they feel about the situation with Oprah? Because they are being turned down. They are being turned down by people. And they're doing a lot of turning down. So here we go. How does Harry and Meghan feel about Oprah? How do they feel about Oprah right now? How do they feel about Oprah right now? Well, they feel like she's just a magician. She's a magician. Literally, she creates and makes what she wants. She puts it out there and she gets people to believe whatever she puts out there. It also could be the card of lie, being a liar. You know, someone who's totally manufacturing an illusion, because it's magic. So they see her as a creator of magic. She takes a story and it goes. So they realize she's basically a magician, a free-spirited magician. Okay, a free-spirited magician. And they're very nostalgic. They like the gifts or whatever she can give them. They feel she's a supportive leader. But they are in poverty mindset. They know that they don't have that stability. The 4 in reverse. 4 is the stability. They're not stable financially. So they need her help. So they're hoping for her magic and her abilities. And they realize that they are liars, betrayers, running away. They're thieves that took off, basically, in a nutshell. They left because of this card, you guys. This is why they left the family, to hide their lies. Oprah knows it. They know it. This is their hidden secret between them. They know it. They have an understanding between the two of them, between the three of them. And also, they realize everything's going to fall apart. The world's not at their hands. People aren't buying into them. It is crashing down on them. Everything's falling apart. And they also realize that her magic isn't working. Under the surface, and Oprah realizes it too. Under the surface, they know they've got to get jobs, they've got to make money. And they're young, they're starting out, it's a new path. So yeah, they realize it's just not going to pan out. In the center, there's going to be a breakup. There's going to be a breakup with the Page of Cups with Oprah. So they feel that at any point in time, this relationship's going to crash and burn because she's just not going to be interested in them. Her magic she'll go work on someone else, because this is what she does. She's going to find some other sources of supply to make money off of, such as Chrissy Teigen is now trying to hustle Oprah to get her story out on her bullying claims, which I put a video out on my other channel, Tarot Time with Andy, if you want to watch it on my other channel, about the Chrissy Teigen. So she is now trying to get an Oprah thing, and Oprah's going to grab it because she's the magician. She takes a storyline. She likes to make that magic. She likes to pretend to be that supportive leader, but the bottom line is she's not. She really doesn't want it. It's really just an illusion. It's her public persona. So let's find out about how is Charles taking another cutting remark from Harry, that you will not be around our kids. Not around our kids is what he said. So that came out after I did the spread about would Markle take them to the Diana unveiling statue, and I said no. And then it came out that Harry says, oh, you'll never be around our kids. So how does Charles feel about that? How does Charles feel about being told he's completely unfit as a grandfather, and basically there's going to be estrangement? That sounds like complete, total estrangement of your child at some point in time. That's where he's headed. He's headed towards a total breakup. And when that happens, when a male child does it, it typically will last about 8 years. If a male child does it, it's more likely to be permanent. If a female does it, it's likely to last about 4.5 years, and it's not likely to be permanent. But if a male child does it, oh, it's going to be permanent. You're at a big risk that that thing is going to last forever. And that's where he's headed, because not around our kids would mean that he's going to stay in California and not show up. And this is looking and sounding like total estrangement. It really is. Adult-child estrangement from the adult. So that's where it's headed. So let's find out. How does Charles feel? How does Charles feel? How does Charles feel? Please be clear. How does Charles feel? Here we go. He's in recovery right now. It's a loss. It's a total loss. He is trying to heal. Not an easy position to be in. Probably the most emotionally damaging thing a parent can feel, because it feels like complete, total betrayal. So he's feeling totally betrayed, complete, utter betrayal. He was unprepared for the harsh word. He was unprepared for the cutting out. Basically, he cut him out. Unprepared for it. Back's situation, he did give up on him. He stopped talking to him. He wasn't going to fight with him. He didn't want to have to hold up his boundaries. He felt he was self-defensive. He decided he wasn't going to be self-defensive. I'm just going to stay quiet because that's what he does. He stays quiet. When he doesn't speak before he really processes all his emotions. He goes into shutdown mode, and that's what he did. His energy, his strength, his enthusiasm, he completely shut it down and went quiet on Harry. He was feeling very unprepared, and he is in recovery mode. And he realizes it's mental disease on Harry's part. Harry's mentally unwell. Yep. And I was just listening to a YouTube video, a radio host on British TV saying that Harry has had so much psychological help. I mean, the way he described it was like he's had 1,000 years of, he's had so much intervention with psychotherapists and psychiatrists, and it has done nothing for him. So, mental disease. Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm starting to feel that Harry has conduct disorder, oppositional defiant disorder. And that's what I'm seeing here. And that a lot of times can go hand in hand with child estrangement, where the child is suffering from a mental illness and has oppositional defiant disorder. They hate any authority whatsoever. That's why they don't do well on jobs. That's why they fail at jobs. That's why they fail at relationships. That's why they fail at the parent-child bond. Because if the parent comes in and says, look, and makes any corrective measures and uses and tries to apply intellect, the child's at this high emotional status, doesn't want to hear it. Doesn't want to hear it because they're mentally unwell. And so then they blame it on the parent. There's blame shifting, and now they cut out the parent because I'm too mentally unwell to hear the truth. Then we have, yes, conflicts, too many conflicts. He realizes Harry's nothing but one giant big argument. And he's got to be very apprehensive in approaching him because there's no winning with him. Absolutely no winning with him. You cannot win an argument with a mentally unwell individual who sees nothing wrong with their behavior, who's been completely dishonest, who's not willing to take any advice, who shuts out any intellect, any advice, oppositional defiant, how dare you, don't tell me what to do. It's the arrested development of the page boy. He's a page boy. He is not an adult. He is a page. He'd like to think he's a knight of pentacles. He'd like to think he's a king of pentacles, but he's not there yet. He's total arrested development, mentally unwell. He is not an adult. He's a child. Setback and envy. He's completely setback and envy. He cannot attain wealth on his own. He has no emotional fulfillment, no energy. His energy is completely unfulfilled. He cannot find happiness. He doesn't feel fulfillment. He doesn't know how to manifest happiness because it's underneath here, manifesting in reverse. He cannot manifest happiness. He doesn't know how to manifest pleasure. He doesn't know how to manifest supporting a family. Under the surface, lifestyle change. Harry realizes, Father realizes that, I got off course here. Harry realizes it, Dad realizes it. He cannot do these things. He cannot do any, he's just incompetent. Harry's completely incompetent, Dad sees it. And they created their own lifestyle change out of this mental illness because of his grandiosity, being sucked in to Markle, and thinking that she made him think that he could do it. Markle made him think that he could do that and that she could be that. And and Charles is aware of that was part of the brainwashing gig on her end. Yeah, that she said, hey, we can manifest whatever we want. We're going to have total soul pleasures and gain. But it didn't occur. In the center of the situation, he's not going to be heartbroken anymore. He's trying to heal from that. He's not going to be triangulated in the situation. He's not going to create or add any more to the heartbreak. He doesn't want to add any more fuel to the fire. by using harsh words. So that's why he shuts down. That's why Charles goes, he goes silence. That's why he quits. That's why he quits and he goes away. He's not self-defensive because he's not using any harsh words. There's no swords here. He's not lashing out. He just goes quiet. He goes totally quiet because it weakens him emotionally. It weakens him. It weakens his ambitions. He's a sensitive man, apparently, and that's how he operates. He always has done that. And he's trying not to show that he is brokenhearted. He's trying to heal from it, and he's not going to want to add any more to it. He doesn't want to add another sword of harsh words into anybody's heart. He wants to prevent that. He doesn't want to make a misstep to screw up. I think he would like to get him back in, to get him help, mental help, but he knows it's never, I'm not seeing any recovery here. I don't see him thinking there'll ever be a recovery, but he's trying to heal from the heartache. But he totally is aware of his mental illness and that this lifestyle change was not beneficial for him. So that is that. So let's find out, how does Catherine feel about being the middleman? Catherine is the middleman. Apparently, Harry is trying to use her for being that person, the bridge builder. How does Catherine feel about being the bridge builder? Helping Harry. How does she feel about helping Harry? How does she feel about helping Harry? Only a few cards here. Over kindness. She's being overly kind. Hierophant in reverse. It's written right there. Over kindness. She realizes it's not the best thing for her marriage. It's not the best thing for the institution. It's not best thing for the firm. And she's being overly kind. This card here. She's hoping for assured success. Even though she knows it's not the smartest thing to do. It puts them in a bad position. But she wants it to go well. She wants to have harmony, and she wants the situation to be completed. The next card here, because everything's been stagnant. It's been very difficult from the transition. They left. Since they left, it really put a big gap and a hole in them that they're trying to heal from. So that is what she's hoping for. So she's just wishing for the best. That's typical beautiful energy from Kate. She's a nice person. She truly is an authentically kind individual. So how does Harry respond to her? How does Harry respond to any negative information? How does Harry respond to any negative pushback? She might have to be the one to tell him harsh words. So what does he respond with? How does he respond to her? How does Harry respond to Kate? How does Harry respond to Kate? There we go. He responds with setback and envy because he wants to give this to his wife. That soul of pleasures and gains that Catherine has with William. So he feels a setback and envy. He knows his wife is not in this position, and he knows his wife is jealous. So I think that's why I see this card, because this is the Meghan card. He realizes that Meghan is jealous of her. And the partnership. Meghan is jealous of the partnership that the two of them have, that William has with her. Meghan is jealous of the relationship that Harry has with Catherine. She's completely jealous of all partnerships. She cannot handle any partnerships that Harry gets into. All partnerships are going to be a setback and envy for Harry. So he feels like he's got to tread real lightly in communicating with her, because it's going to put her off. It's going to put him in a corrective devaluation from his narcissist wife. She's going to come in and do a little corrective devaluation. She's going to micromanage the conversation, say this, now do that. She's trying to control how he handles Kate. Catherine's probably very well aware of it. I don't think she's an idiot. That she's back there trying to make the maneuvers, really, because she has control issues. With the control issues, she's trying to meddle, and there's delays. So Harry feels that everything is delayed. Nothing happens fast enough for him. He also knows he's going to have to work. He's going to have to work at getting any kind of leverage over them. And he's being dishonest and disloyal. And he's got legal issues. And he has not learned his lesson. Doesn't learn anything. He's like a child. Doesn't learn his lesson. So that's how that goes down. Okay, let's get some Lenormand. Does Harry mean what he meant by "you cannot see my children"? Does he really mean that? Will he really do that? Will that be the end result for years to come? Will that be the end result for years to come? Not my children, not my children. You will not see my children. Will that stick? Will that estrangement stick? Here we go. Sickle. Not a good card. Sickle if someone's very sick in the head, to be quite frank. Yeah, it's not looking good. He's very unwell. And the unknown problems and struggles with him. He's going to have a lot of unknown problems and struggles with his own mind. And he's very unwell. I mean, look at the black rose. He is the black rose. So the sickle is a danger. It's also breakup. It's a decision. It's a verdict. It's a cutoff. It's being completely rejected and cutting all ties. So yeah, it's going to stick. Wow, he's an idiot. And the problems he's going to face, he's not completely aware of. He's going to face a lot of fear, emotions, and not know how to cope with it. So yeah, total cutoff. Complete total cutoff. His days are going to be very cloudy. He's going to have a lot of problems, dilemma, distortions, misunderstandings. Not a happy individual. He's going to face a lot of dark, cloudy days, and it's going to involve his children. The children will never know the firm, the family, Charles, because he's going to do a full cutoff. Under the surface, he's going to flagellate and whip himself. He's built with pride, man. He's built for war and pride. His ego's involved, and he can't face himself because he knows he created a problem. He knows there's this cutoff, this sickness. He knows he's not happy. He's sucked in children into the situation. He's going to whip himself. She's going to whip him. The center of the situation. He's got a snake wife. She's going to whip him too. So yeah, snake wife, that's someone who is going to constantly give you problems. She's going to be totally controlling. She's going to try and transform him into what she wants, shed his skin into what she wants. The snake is deception, lies, tricks, jealousy, falseness, betrayal, the other woman card. And it's going to be brutal. His life's going to be brutal. He's looking at complete emotional fallout of his own mind. He'll probably end up on drugs, more addiction, possibly suicide, total mental fallout. That's going to be Harry's future. Because he did it to himself, and he disconnected from his support base, and they will never look at him the same. He'll never be looked at the same. So yeah, he created his own destiny. So it's the karma card. He called his own karma, and it's coming for him. We create our own destiny, and well, he did so. I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, like and subscribe. And if you want to watch my other channel, that's Tarot Time with Andy, and I have that spread up on Chrissy Teigen if you care to watch that. Bye, you guys.